Hello, my name is Grin, and this is my beard. What's in my beard today? Ooh, it's a big one. It's the election, the presidential election in the United States. Yes, yes, yes. We've got right now. It's not decided as I'm making this video. It is undecided, but I gotta say, I did not believe that so many people would be voting Republican in this election. There are so many people that agree with or are willing to toe the party line so hard that they are willing to vote Donald Trump into the presidency again. And I'm just flabbergasted about that. Flabbergasted in the point that I really didn't think that many people in America would be willing to forego, how do I say this diplomatically? Willing to ignore very big red flags in order to vote someone like that into presidency. Yeah, I totally don't agree with it. I don't like it. But that is the way the people are. So if that is the way the people are, that's good to know. In my case, it's good to know that so many people believe that this is the right path to making a good decision. I don't know. I don't think it's a good decision at all. I think it's a terrible decision. And I'm not saying that the Democratic vote is the best way to go either. Okay, well it is the best way to go because the other option of the Republican vote is worse. That's all I'm saying. Um, uh, I'm a centrist. I don't agree with either side on all parts. I don't think this is I don't think government governance should be a left and right thing. I think it should be more scientific and fact based. Although facts are just something that people say whenever they feel like they want to be right. It seems. What is a fact anymore? I mean, if you're getting your when I was in high school, college, it was very it was there was a rule that you should not use sources uh, that are not uh, vetted, that are not that just okay. Twitter, Facebook, uh, these are not sources of valid information. You should go to the source of the information and think critically. And it seems like critical thinking is or the teaching of critical thinking is sorely uh, under taught, not taught well in the United States right now. I see all these people who are making these decisions based on what they think is correct due to popular vote or popular ideas or what people are talking about rather than finding the source for themselves. They just are willing to let their cognitive dissonance take over and just make decisions based on a gut feeling. And that gut feeling is very prejudiced to what they want or feel or how they feel that they're in a group togetherness. Oh, maybe that's it. Because when I was growing up, I wasn't the one to follow the group, whatever they were doing, just because everybody else was doing it. I was kind of like the black sheep. When people would do something that I thought was no, that's not a good thing to do, I would get out of that and go away and do something else. And if people wouldn't agree with me, then okay, uh, that's that's fine. I don't need that. I just go my own way. But being a lone wolf doesn't change anything, right? Maybe I could have tried to convince other people this is not a good idea, but I felt like nobody wanted to listen to me, anyways. Um, doesn't matter how smart you are, people who have their own beliefs and whatever they believe in isn't isn't subject to rationality. Isn't it's not rational. It's emotionally based. And I think that's what's going on right now. People in America are emotional. Most people in America are doing things emotionally instead of logically or rationally. They're making their decisions based on what they feel and in the moment instead of looking into the future. It seems like people in or a majority of people in the United States can't see or can't predict the future more than a few days ahead. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. I don't know if that's a bad thing. Maybe it's good not to have too many expectations and whatnot for the future, because then or maybe they do have all these expectations for the future, but I think that their expectations are grossly misled. I think like they think things are just going to become rosy and great because of this one decision, and that's just kind of not how it works. I don't know. I'm so confused about what's going on right now. It's not confusion, it's just I've got to think about what my thoughts are. I mean, how am I wrong here? Where am I wrong? I can't imagine somebody voting for Donald Trump. So people are voting for Donald Trump. So that means I must be wrong somewhere, right? Although I'm also the type of person who thinks uh, you should do good even if everybody is doing bad. You know, doing the right thing doesn't depend on whether or not everybody else is doing it. It depends on what the right thing is. Maybe I'm not right. Maybe Donald Trump is the right choice. But I just cannot imagine voting for somebody who says bad things about other people all the time. I just doesn't know, because you could be the next person that they say bad things about. He's totally okay with saying bad things about people. You make one simple mistake and you're going to be the bad person and prosecuted. I don't think that's okay. I think people should have a chance to, redeem themselves. And I don't think that this is how it's going to happen. So, okay, the hypocrisy might be, well, if you think people have a chance to redeem themselves, then why don't you let Donald Trump have a chance to redeem himself? He he hasn't made any effort to redeem himself. It's not like he's suddenly stopped saying bad things about people and started going, well, maybe I shouldn't say bad things about people. I'm just going to start saying good things about people. He never apologizes for any damn thing. He never, acknowledges anything that he's done that was bad. He just ignores it, and it kind of just goes away. People don't care anymore. People forget about it. He starts bringing up inflammatory things about something completely different, and then people just forget about the bad things that he said or did. I don't understand how that works. People's memory is just too short. I don't know. So, well, I kind of saw this stupidity. I don't want to call it stupidity. I kind of saw this, uh, uh, the way things were going in the United States. I'm from Arizona, which is, I guess, a swing state, and the fact that back then, before I left, more than a decade ago, almost 2 decades ago, I already knew things were going in a way that I didn't like, and that's why I was happy to not come back. I left and I said, I'm not going back. I don't want to go back to that nonsense. And so I stayed here in Japan, and wow, things haven't gotten any better. And I don't think by me staying there or doing, I don't think I could have made any kind of a difference there. So I'm okay with not being there. Uh, yeah, my even my family doesn't listen to me. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the last time I spoke to my brother was when he sent me a video about how the last elections uh, riots at the Capitol were staged, and how the person who died was actually an actor, and all that stuff. I'm just like, if you can actually believe that nonsense, then I don't want to associate with you. If you can't think logically and look at the actual evidence, there is no point in me having any kind of conversation with you, because you're going to say whatever you want and make up realities that don't exist. That's insanity to me. I haven't spoken to my brother since. I blocked him on everything. I don't want to hear the conspiracy nonsense. Just not from my brother. And if I try to say anything to any of my other family, my sister, my mom, they won't listen. Oh, okay, whatever, type of thing. It's like, I mean, I will sit there and listen to what they say, and and I won't get the same treatment. I won't. I don't get the same treatment. And growing up, my whole family has been like, "Oh, he's the smart one. He's the smart one. He's the really intelligent one." Just because, I've been tested for everything under the sun. People thought there was something wrong with me, or at least one person thought there was something wrong with me. And my mom said, "No, there's nothing wrong with him. We'll test him and make sure, and we'll show you." And yeah, we did. And so, because of all that testing, I guess I'm the smart one in the family, and yet no one in my family agrees with me except for one person, and the person that I really don't like. This is my real father. I just can't stand his uh, selfishness. So maybe I'm wrong if he's the only person that agrees with me, and I totally don't like him and the way he does things. Whoa, that makes me feel terrible, because I'm like the person that I least want to be like. Oh, I'm not really. I mean, we just happen to be voting for the same thing in this case. Doesn't mean that we are alike, but it sure does feel that way, and it hurts. It feels bad. Feels bad, man. So that's kind of what's on my beard. In my beard today, it's really chafing the skin and killing my beard today. I can't believe all this is happening, and I'm just, even if Donald Trump wins, I hope everything happens exactly how people want, because this is, it's just, I can't even fathom how this is happening. It's craziness to me. To me, feels like insanity, but I hope it turns out to be great. Congratulations to whoever wins. I hope you do exactly what you have said that you will do. Bye now.